Hey folks, it's Marker Joe here, Clark Commando 1983. And as promised, here we are, Avalon Hill Squad Leader. Let's see, can I get it zoomed in a little bit? Yeah, we're going to do this learn to play after action report, mistakes and all. And if you enjoy this, please like, please subscribe, please comment. I love it. Please, thank you. It helps me with my cancer so much. Even got my original Avalon Hill dice, and they still roll. Imagine that. Oh boy, huh? So what we're gonna do here is, so I've read through the rules once. I play ASL, so I'm gonna forget all that. And you know, we're going to play scenario one. And we're going to pretend just for a minute, just for a moment of disbelief and suspension, that we are in a magic moment in 1977. Okay? Can you tell? I'm excited to do this video. I don't know how long it's going to last. My intent is to set it up, play it, and oh my gosh, we forgot the turn marker. We're gonna have to bust that out. We need the original turn marker, dang it. I knew I was forgetting something. And but that magical moment in 1977 when we need some prep fire markers. I guess that would be a good idea, huh? Where is my... I put the turn marker in which baggie? I'm not going to waste a lot of your time doing this, I guess. But I do have a baggie. There it is right there. I see it with the artillery request. What's that? Huh, I don't know. I've never played this game before. It's brand new. It's 1977. And we're going to try to have some fun here, okay? That's my number one goal, and get across a little bit of my enthusiasm for doing this ode to an old game. I'm an avid ASL player, as much as can be, I suppose. But we're going to have some fun with this, okay? And going to probably make some rules mistakes, and but I am going to try to make this a learn to play after action report. So anyways, there I am. I showed up at my friend Mike's house. It's 1977, and he's like, Mark, man, look at this. I got this great new game. Look at this from Avalon Hill. Horrible die cutting, by the way. We all have these fond memories of these games, but my goodness, the die cutting, something else. And then I didn't even clip the counters for this, and I'm a counter clipper. So I am using the 4th edition rules. Not in bad shape. I had a really nice set, but like I said in my other video, I just sell it. It's part of my cancer reduction sale. So Germans are going to set up first. Of course, we're doing the iconic Guards counterattack. Okay, so it's Stalingrad, October 6, 1942. After an extremely successful summer, the Germans came upon the Volga fortress of Stalingrad. Here the Russians had dug in and were determined to make a stand. Sensing total victory, the Germans threw more and more troops into the fighting. But for the first time, the German infantry found the Russians their equal. Rebuffed by the stiff resistance, the Germans committed crack assault engineers, and gradually the studied Russian counterattacks. And gradually the Germans cleared one block and then another, only to lose them again to a sudden Russian counterattack. By October 5th, the Germans had almost taken I can't pronounce it, Tractor Works. However, the fighting has been so heavy that the line troops occupying the surrounding area were exceptionally weak. from the previous week's fighting. The Russians counterattacked with their crack 37th Guard to break the ring. All right, so we are going to play. To win, the Soviets must completely occupy 2 or more of the stone buildings initially occupied by the Germans. Then they lose of their own initial stone buildings to complete the German occupation, or have a favorable 3-to-1 ratio of unbroken squads at game's end. To be completely occupied, no enemy squad or officer can be in the building at the end of the scenario. It doesn't actually say that. I just made that up. But that's what it means. The Germans win by avoiding the Soviet victory conditions. So here we have the initial orders of battle. We're going to do a setup. I'm going to do a couple quick reminders. Each turn's 2 minutes. I believe it's 60 meters per hex. We're playing literally with the first set of rules, which only cover, we're doing the programmed instruction. So those are only 7 pages of rules. We are going to use, I'm not going to use the defensive fire tracking, which is in the original squad leader. There is an optional rule where you basically do defensive fire as the other player moves. That's how I'm going to play it. I don't like the original mechanic of where the other guy moves, then you can pull him back with these little tracking markers on the back side of the prep fire. I don't know. It's kind of like I think that gives the other player too much knowledge. I also want to remind you, in case you've played, and I know we're supposed to be pretending it's 1977, but even though these are multi-level buildings, that concept is not introduced until later in the rules, as far as where you actually have an upper level. So we're not going to be using that for this scenario. So let's go. So let's see. Stacking, sequence of play, movement. Movement's pretty basic. We'll go over that. Stacking, here we go. Each player can stack no more than 4 of his infantry units, 3 of which may be squads. So anyway, so let's go through a setup here, right? So there's a couple. So the Germans set up first. So you've got here building F5. We've got 3 squads, a 9-1 leader, and 2 light machine guns. Okay. Now a squad can, let's see here. Light machine guns are, a squad can carry 3 portage points. And if you remember, portage points are anything over the 3, and they lose a movement point for each one. So a light machine gun is 1 portage cost. Okay. 17.1 gives you a rules reference here. Let's see, squad 17.1. Is that in the first 8 pages? It is. 17.1, machine guns. Squad cannot fire any 1 machine gun or 2 light machine guns at no cost to its firepower. All right. So we want to go over a little bit of what goes. So the Germans are going to set up first. And if you remember, well, maybe you don't remember. So I guess I'm suspending my disbelief a little bit. Building F5 is going to be faced by the Russian 10-2 leader with all their assault engineer squads in here. So building K5, okay, that's this one here. 3 squads, 2 light machine guns, and 8-0 leader. And like it says in the setup notes, it says a building, but they can go anywhere in that building. So here we got 3 squads, a 9-2 leader, and 3 light machine guns in building I-7. Where's I-7? Is that really there? No, it can't be. Is it? I don't remember that. Huh. Okay, I-7 right there. Interesting. So reinforcements. See, I don't remember that. It's been quite a few years since I played this. Building M9. Get this back here with a heavy machine gun and a leader. And then 3 squads, a leader, a light, and a medium machine gun in building M7. So, thoughts on tactics and strategy here. We're gonna, don't know if it's the best. Anyway, so here, let's see, can you see this? Make sure, yeah, I want to make sure I'm not blocking the camera. So here, this is pretty easy. We're gonna put the heavy machine gun with the only squad. I get the squad here. So a heavy machine gun is how many portage points? 5. So that's gonna cut the movement down to 2 for the squad, if I write. So 5 portage can carry is 3. And so that's 2 over, so that's a movement of 2. So with the leader, remember leaders can add 2 movement points. So this guy is going to have a total of 4 movement points. So pretty interesting. All right. Let's set up building F5 first. All right. So the interesting thing with this building, like I said, is you're going to face the onslaught of the Soviet guards. So do you put them up front where they're subject to pretty high prep fire, or do you set them back a hex so we're gonna do a little mixed bag here. And I don't really know if it's the best way to do it or not. We're going to set a squad here. And then we're going to put 2 squads with the 2 light machine guns and the leader. And we're going to hang back a hex. And, this kind of squad probably going to get broken, so probably not a good idea, but he can at least cover this. You know what? Let's just put all 3 squads back here. I'm going to try to play it this way. I don't know. It's usually never a great idea to stack, but I'm going to put them all right there. And then what we're going to do with this building is we're going to put a squad. Only get 1 light machine gun. So we're going to break this up. We're going to put this here to cover the street this way. Okay. And we got to remember firepower, then range, then morale. Sorry, I didn't go over that. Left to right. Whoops. And we'll put the leader back here by himself so he can be ready to rally. And we'll put another squad here. And we're going to put that there. My idea is be covering the street this way. Get some coverage over here. Now this stack here is interesting. So this is kind of like, never really thought about it, but how do I want to set these guys up? This is they all have to go in that building. So each squad's going to get a light machine gun. So it's really more of a thought of where do I want to do with these guys? And I guess it will kind of be as the situation develops. with a -2 leader. They're in a stone building. We're not going to try to stay in the building because I think we want to try to use these guys to reinforce or get into a spot where they can have some impact. Back here, heavy machine gun. It's kind of obvious where I think they're going to go. They're going to want to get up here into this building, help reinforce this. This is an exposed building. These are probably the two most exposed buildings to start. And here we got a medium machine gun, a -1 leader, and 3 squads. So the medium machine gun, we're going to put him right here, help cover the street. We're going to put him with the leader so we can direct that machine gun fire. And we will put a light machine gun here. And the extra squad, we don't really necessarily like to stack so much. But we're going to go ahead and put him in this hex also. So there's our German setup, huh? Pretty exciting stuff. All right. So Soviets, overwhelming number of squads altogether with only 1, 2, well, they do have 3 leaders. So, but we get an individual squad that goes in building N2. We've got in building M2, which is, let's see, right here, another 3 squads. So that's pretty easy. And then in building N4, which is this building, so we're going to put the leader in the back because I don't want the detrimental effect. I want him available to be available to rally. And I'll have to look in the rules to try to remember for squad leader what happens if you're stacked with a leader that breaks. Because there's no, well, we don't know what happens because it's 1977, right? And I read the rules once. This building here, medium machine gun with a leader. Let's see, medium machine gun. A 17.3. I guess that's still 4 portage points. So that's going to go in building J2. And I got me a little handy dandy thread for line of sight. Like that. And I don't have the paper maps. All right, so then in building, here we got the guards, okay? And they are in building, what do they call this building? F3, yeah, that's what I thought. And there's 12 of them, so that makes that pretty easy. It's 3, 6. It's your main assault force right here, baby. These are some badass dudes. All right. All right. So we're going to set them up. We're Russian, so we are going to have some major fun here, hopefully. Well, let's see. We're going to do this. Put that there. Maybe should I put that there? That exposes them, doesn't it? But what the hell? What do I know? It's 1977. It sure is here, folks. All right. So the first thing that's going to happen, let's see, the Russians move first. And did I forget to place a light machine gun somewhere? Why do I have this light machine gun sitting here? Building K5. 2 light machine guns. And I'll bet you I didn't set one up. So we're going to put one here. Right there. Yeah, I sure did. I forgot. There we go. Now we're all set up. So the Russians go first. First thing that happens, rally phase. Nothing's going to happen. There's nobody broken. There's nobody here to rally. Hard part for me is going to be forgetting advanced squad leader rules. Hope I won't screw them up. So prep fire. So yeah, we're going to do some prep fire. And so if you prep fire unit, they can't move in the movement phase. Imagine that. All right. So there you go. There's some more rules discussion. So the first prep fire for the day is we want to take care of this squad here. We're not going to screw around. We're going to go. So we could do a, now just to be clear, this, because I've checked it so many times, this hex can definitely see that hex, and I'll show you that in a minute. Now, you can't check line of sight. You have to declare your shots. But prep fire, I want to, I think, try to go here. There's stone buildings, and if you look at the terrain effects chart, that's a +3. So if I was to fire this hex, that would be 8 with a +3 for the terrain, but a -1 for the leader. So that would be a total of +2 to the die roll. So to get any effect, we'd have to roll a 6 or less. Or I could shoot from this hex and go 1, 2, 3. Now, these guys have a range of 2. They can fire up to double at half. So that would be 3, 6, 9. So there again, you'd be on the 8 table, but with a +1. But I don't think we want to do that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to prep fire this guy right here into this hex here. And we're going to try to see what happens. Okay? So we're going to take 2 dice, and I'm going to try to roll them in here so you can see what the die rolls are. So there again, we got this hex shooting at this hex. Definitely a clear line of sight, nothing blocking. And we've got an 8 with a net +2, because it's +3 for the building and -1 for the leader. And that is not going to do it. With the 8, 9, 10, boom, no effect. Okay, so the Germans are unaffected. Okay, then we're going to prep fire just because we want to try to do some damage. We're going to prep fire both of these stacks together. So there's 8 there and 8 here for 16 on this hex, +3 because of the building. Whoops. And we get a 7, so a 10, but 16 is a morale check still. All right, so here we go. First, the leader. A 7, he's good. So he has a -1. So now these guys, there's 2 squads, need a 8. They need a 7, but they get a -1 to the die roll for the leader. So the top squad passes, barely. And no, I'm not confusing any ASL rules, okay? And a 6, so they're good. And so far, the Russians are totally ineffective on their prep fire. They don't want to really prep fire those guys. No need to. Oh, I never tried that before. That might be interesting. All right. Well, I hate to do it, but it's been so ineffective, and I want to try to get across the street without causing any undue harm. So 3, 6, 9. So 8 +1 in this hex. A 5, 6. Ooh, that's going to be a +1 morale check. So top squad. a 9, a 10. He breaks. So we're going to have to look a rule up because I don't remember if they have a concept of desperation morale or anything. And the next guy rolls a 4, so he's good. So this guy is broken. Okay, let's see what happens when a unit breaks, huh? Remember, it's 1977. We don't know anything. At least that's how we're trying to play it. So broken units. Broken units are inverted and may not fire. Okay, got that. Cannot remain adjacent. Blah, blah, blah. They move away in the route phase. Now, the same movement factors held with a normal unbroken state. Let's see, if it's with a broken squad stacked with a leader, whether broken or not, if it stays with it, would have 6 movement factors, not 4. Can't move towards enemy units. Can't move through broken terrain or open terrain. Suitable cover. Upon once it reaches a woods or building house, it must stop and make no further movement. It can route again if it's fired at. Again. If you're already in a building or wood, you can elect to stay where you are, or you can route to another cover. Unless it's adjacent to an enemy unit. All support weapons are abandoned. If unit breaks twice, it's eliminated. All right, so we'll read about rallying. So I know I kind of mumbled through that. But basically, yeah, there's no desperation morale or anything like that. So, oh, what's desperation morale, Mark? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, so right now he's broken. Okay. Well, that being said, I think we're going to go on to movement. Now, like I said, we're doing kind of like the on-demand. So we're going to, this is something I've never really thought about. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if it's worth it, actually. Usually I take these guys and push them up into this building. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with 4 movement points. So we're going to go, oh boy, let's see, 2 and 4. And remember, there's no upper level, so these guys can't see. Let's double check that, because I know there's no upper level. The question is, how does it handle buildings in the first few pages of rules? Line of sight. Okay, here we go. Like, blah, blah, blah. Buildings which cover 3 hexes or more are considered to be multi-story structures, and units and such may trace line of sight over buildings of 2 hexes or smaller in woods. Okay. There is blind hexes. So for ease of play for the first few rules, if you're in a multi, you're considered simultaneously on the first or second level. So what that means is, so this guy went, this means this guy, this is a blind hex. No, it's not. I can see over this. So that's not a blind hex. We moves to here. We could see over this stuff. So we're not going to shoot there. We're not going to shoot there. So that being said, I don't want to give them a big, so we're going to move these one at a time. And we'll just wait. There's no minuses. So basically this guy is going to end up here. And these two guys are going to end up here. And we're going to just hold our fire. Okay? With the Germans for right now. And I'll show you why when we get there, because we're going to light this building up. It's going to be nuts. And then I think these guys are going to play it safe. We're going to, nope, there's no assault move. So we're not going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this guy is not going to go to here because, oh boy, that'd be a world of hurt from that hex. All right. So let's see. That's it for movement. So defensive fire. All right. Well, we will defensive fire. Let's do... We'll declare the shot, and I don't remember if this hex can see this hex or not. So this is the one thing that's a little bit of a pain. Later on in Cross of Iron, they provided you with paper maps. You go from center dot to center dot. That's a clear line of sight. I don't know if you can see that from where you're looking. But we're going to defensive fire this here with the heavy machine gun. Now, you declared the shot, and you'd have to roll for it even if it was blocked, because your machine gun could break down, right? Okay, so we've got a heavy machine gun at 6, firing with a squad, easily within 6 range, but that's 10, so 8 factor table. And it's going to be +2. Okay, so 8 + 2, -1 for the leader, +3 for the building. So 7 and 9, that's going to be a whiff, nothing. Okay, and we can take these prep fire markers off. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I'm counting them. It's kind of dumb, huh? All right. And we're going to shoot 6 + 3 here. 9, no effect. We're going to shoot this stack here. Come on, guys. That's 12 factors with a +2. Ooh, a 3. +2 is a 5. On the 12 is a +2 morale check. So the top Russian squad breaks and breaks because we're adding 2 to the die roll. So both of these Russian squads are broken. And that's not good because we don't want to end up overstacked. I don't think you can overstack. We don't want to do that anyway, so I will look it up though, just to make sure before we move on. Probably not likely. We're going to shoot 6 + 3 there. And nope, not with the 8. I was hoping if I got lucky, they might have to take a morale check, and if they break again, then they would be Zippo. So we're going to fire 6 from here to here. It's a +3. And 10, no effect. Not a very good shot. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this stack. You know what? We're going to shoot this stack here, actually. That's a good idea, I think. With a -2, and we got 6, 12, 18. Woo! That's a 16 with a +1. And a 6, 7, +2 morale check. So here we go. So it's here. 6, 7, 8. That squad's gone. It died. And that one's 2. Oh boy. Yep. Oh, we don't know about heat of battle either, but that doesn't happen here. So we did break. We killed one squad. So we'll put that guy back over here on the order of battle. Not that we're going to play it again, but just because. And that guy's still broken. Okay. That's it. This guy can't see anybody. So that is defensive fire. Now advancing fire. So you would be halved. So we might as well, we're going to form a fire group here. Let's see. So 2, they're halved because they moved. 4, oh God, cancer fingers. Okay, that's why I get tweezers, huh? So 2, gosh darn it, Mark. 4, 6, 8. We're forming a fire group here. And I guess I shouldn't have removed the prep fire markers yet, but I did. But we know that these guys move. So they're adjacent. They can form a fire group. So 8 + 3 at this hex. And I got a 4. +3 is a 7. That's a +1 morale check. So let's see if that German, what he's made out of. And he breaks with an 8. He's like, oh my goodness gracious. So remember, they break, they drop the support weapon. That's not good. And they break. They drop all support weapons, it said. So, there, flip that guy. That's 2 out of the 3 squads are now broken in that building. Not good at all. And that's it. There's no other advancing fire to do. Route phase. All right, so this is where these guys, kind of automatic, they're going to route to here. They already started in a building, so they don't have to route, but they want to get to where there's a leader, so in the rally phase, they'll be able to try to rally. Now this guy, can we overstack? I know the answer in the other, oh, no I don't, it's 1977. Exceptions, 27.2. Oh, you can, during movement, so long as hexes are not overstacked at the end of movement. Now, let's see what rule 27.2 says. And 27.2, is that in the... No, it's not. That's sewer movement anyways. All right. So you can't overstack. Not at least with these rules. So that being said, I guess he's, well, I don't really want him to stay there because I'm going to, so we're going to go ahead and route, and this is legal. We're not going closer to anybody else. They route to here, which they have to stop immediately. And the reason is I want to clear the hex so I can move those 3 fresh squads up to there. So that's routing. So advance phase. All right. Well, we're going to advance phase here to get a nice, awesome shot there. And we're going to gamble. We're going to advance phase into the street here, even though we'll be exposed to here with no cover. But hey, we're Russians, right? Got to attack. Not going to advance phase that guy. Let's advance phase these 3 squads right here. into, let's do this. Let's do one over here. And we'll do two here. And we're going to leave the leader in the hex he was in. And we're going to advance this guy. Oh, you know what? We'll advance the leader here. Probably stupid. Not a great idea going into less cover. But we want a chance to rally that guy. And hey, we're Russians, right? So mass troops. Bonsai. Not bonsai. That's the Japanese. How far are we in here? 40 minutes. Wow. Okay. Now, that's advanced phase. There's no close combat. So we go to German turn 1. So the first thing that happens is a rally phase. Pretty easy. Both sides get a chance to rally their troops. The Germans are going to go first. And let's look up the rally rule really quick. And rally, 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 rally. I just want to see if they get any bonus. Oh, what bonus? It's 1977, right? So let's see. Leadership, broken units. Blah, blah, blah. Broken squads of both sides attempt to rally during the rally phase of either player turn, as long as there's a friendly leader present. You roll its morale number or less with 2 dice, applying any leadership modifier. Leaders can self-rally, but you don't apply their own modifier. Oh, there is desperation morale. Okay, there is desperation morale, which I'm not going to mark it because I don't feel like digging out the markers. It's pretty easy right now. So basically what desperation morale is, so it's the German turn. Let's try to rally. Where's my broken guys? Oh, right here, right? There is none in here. Correct. Okay. So you subtract 4. So these guys basically need a 3. They're a 7. They need a 3 or less. So we're going to roll for both of them. First one, 8. Nope. Didn't rally. Nope. Didn't rally. That was easy. And then the Russians have the guy here. He needs a 3 or less. And he doesn't rally. And I don't even know if when you rally, if you roll a 12. I don't think so. Roll a 12. So, anyways, that's the rally phase. So, German prep fire. So, let's see. Do we really have any stuff we want to move? No. So, we're going to prep fire. We're going to, well, do I want to move this guy up? I don't think so right now. He's still doing pretty good. Sitting back here with an 8 plus 2 there. Well, shoot. You know what? No, we're Germans. We're going to play aggressive. I am going to prep fire these guys here. 6. And we'll do it as 2 separate shots. Plus, I could do a 6 plus 3. Or I could do, wouldn't be able to, let's see, 12. Or I could do a 16 plus 3. I'm not very good at math, so 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the 16 plus 3. What the hell? No, you know what? This is 4. No, that's dumb. That's a 12 plus 2. So we're going to do 6 plus 3 there. A 3, a 6. +1 morale check. Wow. Okay. So we're doing morale checks here. A 6 is good. 5 is good. And an 11. So that guy breaks. And we'll have to try to remember that he's going to be a desperation morale. And let's see if it matters. We're going to shoot here 12 plus 2. And of course it matters. But 12 plus 2. Let's shoot here, actually. I have my reasons. I'll tell you why in a second. 12 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. That's a +2 morale check. 5, 6, 7, he's good. 10, 11, 12, he's not so good. So one squad breaks here. All right. And my reasoning is actually slowly going out the window, I think. These guys didn't rally, so they're broken. This guy's going to shoot here. No, we're not. We're going to move him. That's right. I want to move him. But we are going to shoot. No, are we going to shoot them too? No. I think, no, we're not. I know exactly what we're going to do. We are going to shoot this guy into the wooden building. So that's 6. That's into a wooden building there is +2. And a 5. Ooh, 6, 7. Morale check. You know, these guys are guards. Let's see. Top squad makes it. Middle squad breaks. And the bottom squad is good. So we're going to flip one of these to broken. Yeah. That's all the prep fire. All right, movement phase. Do we actually want to move? Oh boy, this is risky. You know, it's 1977. We haven't learned all our lessons yet. Well, actually, I have a route. These guys have 6 movement points. And I really want to make this building a bloodbath over here for the Russians. It's going to be a dirty fight. So they're going to go 2. Now this guy could shoot, and I think I will. I'm going to defensive fire this stack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know he can see it. So 4. So that would be 6 factors. It's a wooden building. +2, -1 for the leader. So 6 factors, +1, and 9. That's nothing. All right, 2, and that guy's shot his wad. And we're going to go 3. Oh boy, this is a big stack here. I know it's never a good idea to move in stacks. But it's 1977. What the hell do we know, right? We're 12 years old. All right. And we'll stop there. And then this guy's going to go, because I'm confident no Russians can see me, 1. And then I'm going to go 2, 3 into the building. And that's it for now, for movement. And that's it. That's all she wrote for movement. So defensive fire. Okay. Well, as the Ruskies, we're going to do a fire group. We got 4, 8, 12. And we're going to shoot at this hex here. 12 plus 3. And I got an 11. And guess what? With plus 3, that's nothing. And that was not good. I should have probably shot something here to keep these guys under desperation morale, but I didn't. And that's it, because this guy already shot in defensive fire. Advancing fire. I don't have any, is the Germans. Rout phase. All right. Well, this guy's still broken. And was he shot at? No. So he can't rout. Darn it. This guy, who's going to be under desperation morale, can definitely route to there. And we'll do the other squad will go to here too. All right. 2 of these will be under desperation morale, 1 won't. I just have to remember that. I'm not going to mark it. Okay. Germans don't have any broken guys there. Nor here. Nor there. Oh, this guy, route. He's going to go to here just because, get him out of the way for now. Okay, so advance phase. And we're going to advance this guy to here. He's just waiting here in the street. I know he's in the street, but this guy might have a shot at him later. I'm not sure. I got to eyeball that, but, you know, so there could be some risk. Maybe what I should do is this. 6. Do this with the leader. Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to share our love a little bit. Maybe not a good idea, but that's what we're going to do. Advance phase, no reason to advance them. This guy, and we're kind of doing a number. But we're going to go ahead and advance this stack. And here, we're kind of getting the upper hand on this Russian building over here. Well, hopefully we'll rally some troops here. Okay. Close combat, none. So we go to turn 2. How we doing, guys? You hanging in there with me? We're at an hour. I didn't say this would be a short video, did I? All right. Well, rally phase. Here we go. Germans. 2 squads here, no longer under, and I know it's the Russian turn, but both sides get to try to rally. So 8, nope. And an 11, nope. They're still broken. And the Russians have 3 broken squads here with the leader. First 2 are desperation morale. So 6, nope. 6, nope. And then the third guy, a 7, he rallies. He's not under desperation morale. So this guy will rally. We'll put him on top. Just because. And it is the Russian turn. All right. Well, prep fire. Yeah, we wouldn't mind getting that, would we? Now, let's try this. I'm going to declare this shot here. So let's just see if they can see that. I don't know the answer to that. Let's see here. I got to be careful with my cancer. Oh boy, that looks like. Let's lay it down. Center dot, center dot. Oh my goodness. That's a clear shot. It sure is. All right. Well, the Russians are going to have a pretty good shot here. It's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 6 factors because the medium machine gun at 4. But it's going to be a -1 to the die roll. And that's a 5 with 6 factors plus 1 morale check. All right, first squad, 10 breaks. Second squad, 9 breaks. Oh boy. All right, well, that was not a good move for the Germans, was it? So they drop both their light machine guns. Both get flipped to broken. And they're going to be under desperation morale. Is this fun or what? Are you guys having fun watching this? I hope so. So flip that. Trying to get to at least where I get some close combat before I end the video. So let's see here. So we did that. That was prep fire. So let's mark that guy. He did his job. Good job there, boss. Then we're going to prep fire this stack to here. 12 plus 3. And a 6 is a 9. At 12 is a morale check. And a 7, the Germans pass. Okay. Oh boy, here we're in trouble over here. So we can either, no, we're going to shoot. We're going to do 12. We're going to do a 12 firepower attack. And we're going to attack the big guns over here. So if we're going to get lucky, we're going to get lucky, right? So 12 plus 3, an 8, and an 11. That's going to be nothing. Oh boy, that Russian building could be in trouble. That's all the prep fire. Movement. I'm not going to do any movement. This is going to be ugly. Oh boy, that building is in deep shit. Oh, you know what? I do want to prep fire the one squad here, so they'll be under desperation morale. I'm actually going to do that. Now, to be technical, I should be putting this Russian squad on the bottom. And I'll just do it just because. No, I don't want to do that. Screw it. I know those guys are broken. So I'm going to shoot. Be 4 plus 3. I'm mainly shooting so it maintains desperation morale. And so I cheated a little bit. Movement. We're not going to move. We're going to wait till the advance. Well, shoot. No, I don't want to. Let's see. Well, you know what? Oh boy, this is going to be ugly. We're going to move right there. And I believe that what happens is, the reason I do that as a stack, I could be wrong. I believe that if I did it one at a time, I shoot, and then whatever, that would actually, even though it would get marked with a tracking, and it would still suffer the same thing. And I want to move because we're going to try to get into some close combat. Probably not the smartest thing, but it's 1977. And we're going to shoot these guys. 6, 12, 16. That's 32 because we're doubled. And it's going to be plus 2. So 30 plus 2. Oh my God, a 6. That's not going to be good, is it? That's a KIA. And a basic squad leader, we just zapped all these guys. That was not smart. I actually just thought of a better way I could have done that. But too late now. So, but they did do their defensive fire. That means that this guy is there again. It's 1977, right? I don't know any better. 1. Oh my God, wait. Yep, I get a shot there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 minus 2 for movement in the open. 6. Plus 1 morale check. All right, so we need some good die rolls here, Russia. Come on. 1. Passed. 2. Passed. 3. Oh, he broke. So 2 squads make it. All right. Well, we're going to have some fun here. I never said we'd get the best play, did I? So this guy's broken. So he goes 1. He goes 2. And we'll stop there. They already shot, so they can't shoot at him. I believe that my light machine gun would get penetration. So we're going to risk this guy. We're going to go 1. And that's 2 factors, -2, because I believe the penetration allows that. Ooh, a 3 at 2. +1 morale check. All right, well, come on, leader. He passes, so now it's a -1. So I've got 3 guys at 9. 1 passes. 2 failed with an 11. 3 passed. All right, so 1 squad broke. He stops. But this guy gets to go 2-3 with the leader. Yeah, we're going to be able to engage in some close combat here, I think, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. All right. There, that's movement. Defensive fire. We got these guys. We're going to shoot this stack here. Like I said, this is not necessarily the best play, right? 6, 10, whoops, 16. So 16 factors. Let's make sure I did that right. I did. So that's a 16 plus 2 into that hex. And that's a 10, which is a morale check. Top squad makes it. Bottom squad breaks. Okay, another broken squad. And we're doing defensive fire. That's correct. So that comes off. Oh, wait. And we'd have advancing fire. So technically wouldn't take that off yet. All right. We'll pretend that didn't happen. And we're going to shoot here. We got 4, 8, 12, +2. Like I said, the Germans are getting the upper hand here. 9 out of 12 is a morale check. And they pass. Okay. That's all my defensive fire, because these guys already shot. Now advancing fire. So I'm halved and then I'm doubled. So we're going to fire 12 +3. Now 4 is a 7. That's a +1 morale check. All right. So the leader, 9, +1 morale check. He fails. Squad passes, and passes. Now let's see. I don't think you didn't kill the leader, but I don't think when the leader breaks. Let's see here. Leadership. Okay, it doesn't appear, at least at this point, that if the leader breaks, does not appear that there's any cumulative effects. Leadership. Yeah, I don't see it. So, not under broken units or leadership. So, it's like you just get a freebie. So, oh, excuse me. So this leader broke. Now we're going to advancing fire these guys, and they're halved and double is 2 squads, 12, but with the -2 leader. So 12 plus 1, 8 is a 9, is a morale check. So the leader, and he passes, and then 3 squads. Passed. Passed. And broke with a 9. Owie, owie. All right, that's the bottom guy. So he's going to drop his light machine gun. This guy is going to break. We're going to put him up top here with the leader, because we're going to want to run away in the route phase. All right. Now that being said, there's all your advancing fire. Now we got route phase. Let's see here. This comes off. Gonna remove this. Can't overstack. It's the Russian turn. Gotta remember that. Getting so excited. This guy is gonna route. He's gonna go 2, and we'll just go put him back there. 4. These guys are gonna route here and stop. Prep fire comes off. Okay. And let's look. So we're going to try to finish this turn. We might have to make this a 2-part video. We'll see if I do that. I probably will, just because I'm having fun. And I want you guys to have fun too. So, and then the Germans route. Okay, this guy, oh boy, I got 2 squads here that broke, didn't they? And they have to route. So we're going to go to here with these 2. This guy with the leader, he's going to go here and then here. So they'll all route. They'll all be under desperation morale. And that's the route phase. Now the advance phase. Now here we go. And you cannot overstack. So we're going to advance him to there. And we'll advance him to there. And we'll advance him to there. Maybe not the best idea, because it's going to expose him to this, but we'll see what happens here. I mean, probably the safer bet might have been to advance into here. And you know what? We'll just, yeah, I'm aggressive. I want to do this just because I'm stupid. Okay, advance phase. This guy is going to advance to here. And keep feeding these guys into the meat grinder. Now we got close combat. Ooh, what's close combat? Let's look it up. It's actually pretty easy to do. Close combat. All right. Close combat is an alternative type of fighting. Unlike regular, close combat is considered simultaneous. Let's see if we have to combine. I'm reading it because you divide your close combat in any manner you wish, as long as no unit attacks more than once per close combat. Considered simultaneous. Light machine guns are the only weapons which can be used in close combat. They add to the firepower of the attacking unit, but are not including the firepower of a defending unit when determining odds. And you can apply a leadership mod. Leaders alone, no. freaking feet are so bad. Okay. Well, we got a close combat. Let's see how we want to do it. It's simultaneous. We got a modify table here with there's no modifiers, it looks like. Nope. Just a straight up odds die roll. So mono a mono. So we've got 3 628 Russian squads with a leader. And here, so we could do, can't use light machine guns for defending. One, oh, that's right, the bottom guy dropped his. So I could do a 18 to 8, which is a 2 to 1 with a -2. That's what we're going to do as the Russians. We're going to do one big 2 to 1. So on a 9 or less, it's going to kill the 2 German squads. Now the Germans can do a 10 to 18, a 1 to 2. They would need a 4 or less. If they attacked all 3 squads. Yeah, that would be a big reward, huh? Or we could do 10 to 12, 1 to 2. It's still a 1 to 2, isn't it? 4 plus 6 is 10. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go for it. So the Russians are going to roll first. They need a 9 or less to kill the Germans. And they get an 8. There it is again. 18 to 8, 2 to 1. With a -2 to the die roll, a 6, 2 to 1, they need a 7 or less. They kill these guys. And let's see what happens to the support weapon. I don't know that anything happens to the support weapon, but these 2 German squads are dead. Now the Germans are going for the big 1 to 2, and they didn't get it. They needed a 4 or less. They got a 7. So the Soviets are now sitting here pretty, I don't know, I guess still got this guy here. It's not going to be pretty. So does anything happen to the support weapons in a close combat? See if it has anything under machine guns, because there is no other support weapons. Nope, I don't see anything. How about if you get a KIA, because that would confuse it a little bit when all squads and leaders are eliminated. And a KIA. So I think they just dropped the support weapons. I don't think there's any, Alright, so that's all the close combat. So we will start the German turn 2 when we come back for video 2. This one went an hour and 15 minutes. I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm going to play this out at least a little more, but we'll do another video. Thanks. We'll see you soon.